Chico Resch. You are listening to the Let's Go Devils podcast on the Primetime Radio Network.
Happy Devils Friday. This is Devils After Dark, coming to you live from the Primetime Radio studios in the undisclosed location in beautiful New Jersey, inside the bunker, and cross country in Beverly Hills, California. It's Scotty, a Sirius XM Liquid Metal, coming to you live from his Michael J. Fox studios. As we're streaming Facebook Live, YouTube Live, paying the $22 a month for X Live Premium, and Twitch on the Let's Go Devils Network. Devils beating the Sabres today. Earlier today, we're not on tape delay, folks. We are
no tape delay.
We're on live delay.
Yes,
because of the game in Europe, in Prague. But Devils winning 4-1.
We're on Scotty and Sam had to work today. Delay. That's what delay we're on right now.
Yeah. But if you want to help us out and have us leave our day jobs to continue this podcast, go to joinourcrew.com, sign up. And also super chats are helpful. You can Venmo us at Let's Go Devils. You can also do all that stuff. Pay us
You can
money.
throw some change in this cup that I have over here that I'm shaking around. Anything works. We'll take whatever assistance we can get.
Maybe it'll buy me McDonald's for tomorrow for the Mets game. Feed the woo. That's going to be the new theme at Devils After.
Feed the woo.
Yes,
that's right.
Yeah.
Well, Sam, it's a pleasure to be back with you again for another rip-roaring season here of New Jersey Devils hockey. Glad that everyone has been joining up here. See the YouTube chat starting to pile in, and everyone on Facebook and X and everywhere else out there across the world for the first game of the 2024-2025 season, which we all know Sam Wu has said some special things about the year 2025. Will it be this part of 2025 or will it be the next part of 2025? We'll see. We're only on game one right here, right now. Let's talk about it and go over it before we get your reactions. We'll hear from the great Sam Wu and maybe let you in on a couple of surprises that we got cooking up here on Devils After Dark. But welcome once again. Let's get to it, Sam Wu.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Alrighty.
So we're kicking off the season global series style with your New Jersey Devils taking on the Buffalo Sabres. This is technically a road game for the Devils. Right? Or were they the home team? I actually don't know that.
No, it was a road. It was weird.
It was a road game, right?
It's a road game, but they were playing Devils goal songs. And it was
and they
Adam
were wearing
Hamway.
the red. They were wearing the red jerseys too. So either way, that's what I thought. That's the way I thought it was set up there. Devils on the road. Over there in Czechoslovakia or Czech Republic or Czechia, whatever in the Holy Hanneman it's called nowadays. I can't keep up with it right away. We'll just say global series from parts unknown near the Czech Republic or formerly Czech Republic
or Czechoslovakia.
Or formerly Czechoslovakia. Whatever. I should know because I'm part Czech, or now I think I'm part. I don't even know because I think whatever.
You're from the Ottoman Empire.
But we had some Czech heroes on board today. Patrick Elias giving the team a nice little pep talk. And then former Devil, he's a lot of NHL teams, but Jaromír Jágr going out there to drop the ceremonial first puck of the 2024 season in the Czech. And, that's good to see all those guys. And Devils get to see our old friend Lindy Ruff. Coach Lindy, back up there with the buff. There he is, the old gambler. You got to know when to hold them, know when to fold them, know when to pull that goalie and go 6-5. Well, today it didn't work out so well for the old gambler. Kind of the way we saw it end up many times when Lindy was coaching the Devils, but we'll get to that. Let's start off here in the first period. By the way, line combinations, because it's the first game of the season. This is how the game started out. You got your top line of Jack, Jesper, and Timo. You got the second line reunited with Nico, Dawson Mercer, and Old Tuna, Thomas Tatar. You got a third line of Palat, Holla, and Nason. And boy, did they have a presence today, as well as the fourth line of Cotter, Lazar, and Big Bastion. You got your defensive pairings of Dylan, you son of a bitch. Oh, I guess we're going to have to go PG-13 for this podcast now, because we're going to be doing Predator lines with Dylan and Dougie, Siegs, and Kovacevic, who, by the way, Coach Keefe has given him another nickname that we're going to get to. And then the youngsters, Seamus Casey and Shimon Nemec, paired up there on that bottom pairing. So it didn't take long, actually, for the Devils to get on the board with the first goal of the NHL season. Not just the Devils season, the entire NHL season. And it's one of our old friends coming back home. That's right, Stefan Nason gets his first of the year. And who's he get it from? Kovacevic gets the primary assist at 8:39 of the first period. And this was the result of what we saw from the both bottom six lines all morning, afternoon, wherever the hell, whatever time it was when this game was on by you. But an impressive forecheck, and the Devils just staying on the puck. And in here, Stefan Nason kind of gets left alone in the center of the ice. And Kovacevic is able to pass it right over to him, and he buries it, past the blocker. Buffalo was trying to get the puck out of the zone, and they send it around the boards and up, and Kovacevic was able to cut it off there at the boards. And now you got two Sabres over there against the walls. That's how Stefan Nason gets alone, in the center of the ice. Easy pass over, and Steph buries it. But you can credit this to the forecheck of that line, Palat and Nason. And we like to see that because, I'll say it, I've been one to criticize Palat here. He's making a hefty contract. And, maybe the offensive production isn't what many of us Devils fans have liked to have seen in the first 2 years there. But maybe this might be a good fit for him down there, because that forecheck looked really, really impressive and was paying off dividends almost immediately in this game. Like we said, at 8:39, Stefan Nason puts the snapshot home, past the goaltender for his first of the year. Devils up 1-0. And we had some other highlights as well. By the way, I forgot to mention Devils shorthanded early on. Nico Hischier got stopped on a shorthanded breakaway by who's the Sabres goaltender now? I can't remember. Luukkonen, right? Sam Wu, you got me on that one? Where is this?
Yes, you're correct.
Am I saying it right? Yes, Luukkonen. Yes. He made a dandy of a save there on Nico Hischier on the shorthanded, and then he also robbed Jesper Bratt. Jesper Bratt splitting the defense, and my memory is failing me right now. It was either Jack or Nico that fed Jesper, kind of leading him, almost like a quarterback with a pass. It's kind of like this podcast has a lot of football references in it for some reason or not. But either way, kind of like leading the receiver with a pass. I think it was Jack Hughes. Threw it up there to Jesper Bratt, and he just squeaks right through the two defenders. It gets in there, and Luukkonen came up big again. I think he got it with just like that extra flap of the glove. But an incredible save there, stopping Jesper Bratt on another breakaway. And then our man, Kovacevic, gets his own first goal of the year. So the two, Stephanie, we'll just call him a newbie, even though he's a return. But the two new kids in town get the first two goals of the season. And this one Man, a nice quick D-to-D pass from Siegenthaler. Both of them up at the point, and then Kovacevic is able to creep back a little bit towards the center of the ice from the blue line. He lets it rip. It goes off. I thought it originally went off of Thomas Tatar, but I believe it went off one of the Sabres there in front, kind of changed directions. It went up, past Luukkonen. Kovacevic gets his first goal as a Devil, the first of the season as well. Siegs gets his first primary assist, and Dawson Mercer gets on the scoreboard over there with his first assist as well. The secondary 2-0 Devils at 15:38 with that wrist shot. Now, what else happened here in that first period? Well, I will tell you. Jacob Markstrom happened. Holy hell. Do we got a goaltender in New Jersey? And I know everyone was getting worried in preseason. Oh, he's giving up goals. The team doesn't look at. Like we talked about, it's preseason. This is the regular season. This is when you turn it up to 100%. Not when you're playing at 65, 70%, just getting yourself prepared to go for the long haul. And hell's bells. Markstrom left his mark on this first period, and man, is it just me? Or is this team playing with an insane amount of confidence? I know it's only one game, but you're just looking at it, and they just looked like a team with a lot of confidence with that solid goaltending behind them. But Markstrom made two massive saves near the end of the first. The first one was actually from his own giveaway. He was trying to clear the puck out of the zone, and it gets stopped there at the blue line, and he comes out to face a shot, and that's always a good sign of confidence in goaltenders when they're coming out and playing their angles. And man, did he squeeze that body together and did not let that puck get through any of those holes there on that first save. And then the second one, is save of the year quality already in the first period of the first game of the season. Dahlin's got the puck at the blue line. I believe it was Dahlin. And he's going to go and he's going to throw a wrister, kind of, just a wobbler shot there at the goal through a lot of traffic. It bounces off the backboards, and then there's a rebound right out in front of the net. Now, Markstrom's momentum has him going forward, okay? So he's going down, almost into the Superman position here. Okay? And now the puck is behind him. And you got a Sabres player there that's ready to just kind of shovel it into the net, even though he's got a Devils defender on him. So as he's going down forward, Markstrom somehow reaches that goal stick back and stretch. I don't have enough room here to stretch all the way out, but stretches all the way out. And he gets the puck with that fat part of the stick down near the bottom of those goalie sticks. And wow, what an incredible save. Going down on the stomach, reaching back up high, and knocking that puck out of midair. Save of the year candidate in the first game of the season. Love seeing that from the man with probably the most evil hockey mask since Jason Voorhees. Jacob Markstrom, your new goaltender extraordinaire for the New Jersey Devils. Devils go 0 for 2 on the power play in the first period, but 1 for 0 on the PK. We move into the second, and more good forechecking coming here, and good puck movement once again as the Devils get their third goal. This one at 3:29 of the second period from the captain, Nico Hischier, putting that bad boy home for a 3-0 lead. And again, this is the fourth line making this happen. This goal happened during an offensive zone line change. Okay, so the fourth line was on that forecheck again, throwing some hits around, winning some puck battles along the boards. They get the Sabres pinned in there, and they're actually able to do a line change and get Nico and Dawson Mercer out there on the ice. And Paul Cotter, who I'm telling you, he's going to be the next coming of Blake Coleman. He'll be the new pickle in town. Oh, I'm sorry. Beer Baron has already said Brendan Dillon is also the big dill. So we got that dill pickle as well. But he's going to be Dillon! You son of a bitch. But Nico Hischier coming off the bench into the zone. Paul Cotter throws a shot on net. Nathan Bastian gets it at the side of the net, kind of behind, and he just passes it right out in front to Nico Hischier, who's streaking right down the center of the ice. In the slot, from far, he puts the wrister home. Past Luganen for his first of the season. The captain getting on the board and leading the way. Long-range ripper over the shoulder. Really good stuff there from the captain. Good second period by the Devils. And I don't know if you saw this or not. How nice is it to see Dillon clearing that crease after the whistle blows, protecting our boy Jacob Markstrom. We go into the third, and the Sabres do eventually get on the board here at 10:07 with the big boy Owen Power. Jacob Markstrom, there's an initial shot that Jacob Markstrom gets a piece of. Doesn't get all of it, gets a piece, and it kind of goes off of his glove and back around the net. The Sabres are able to get to it, and they throw the puck in front. Owen Power is there, and he kind of slides back away a little bit, but then he does one of those Jack Hughes, Jesper Bratt shots where he goes high to the far side. And we all know that's a superstar shot right there. And, you know, we were all following Luke Hughes back in Michigan. We know that's where Owen Power was as well. That kid is a hell of a player up there in Buffalo, and he's a big boy. But he's got a good shot. He's got some mitts. So good shot by him. That beats Jacob Markstrom, gets the Sabres on the board, 3-1. But then we know the gambler came out there with Lindy Ruff with, like 3 minutes to go, 2 minutes to go. He's down 3-1. He's trying to make something happen. Yeah, the Devils make something happen. With, again, an aggressive forecheck. The Sabres can't really get set up into the zone. Devils are pressuring them. That fourth line moving forward. And who is it? Paul Cotter. Another newbie. Another new kid in town. Gets the ENG empty net goal to seal the deal for a Devils victory. And who gets the assist? Nathan Bastian. Look at that. Cotter gets his first of the year. Bastian, that's his second assist of the game. Puts the Devils up 4-1 at 17:28. And that, my friends, is the final score of the game. And I got to go back over here real quick and just look at this, okay? You got your team leaders now, all right? We know it was all 1 goals for everyone. Kovacevic, Cotter, Nason, Hischier. Assists, Nate Bastian with 2. Kovacevic with 1. Paul Cotter with 1. Siegs with 1. Dawson Mercer with 1. So now you got your points. You got Kovacevic with 2. Paul Cotter with 2. Nathan Bastian with 2. Nason with 1. Nico obviously with 1. That's a lot of bottom 6 talent right there. That's cashing in on some points. Not only are they physical, putting the puck in the net, creating some opportunities as well. That forecheck, man, this team is going to be nasty this year. If they play the way we think they can play, and again, I get it. It's only game 1. We don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves here, you know? But the way this team is constructed, man, they can make some serious noise. And look at this. Are you ready for this? Save percentage, Jacob Markstrom. .968. A 101 goals against average. But did you hear that? Did you hear that? After Darkers? No, I just made that up. That could be the new name of you're the devil after Darkers. The ADs. Did you hear that, ADs? A Devils goaltender with a plus 900 save percentage. 968. You know what Nico Hischier said after the game? By the way, Sheldon Keefe 1-0 as a Devils coach. Post-game, Nico Hischier. What's it like having Jacob Markstrom back there in goal? He gives us confidence. Sheldon Keefe, the bottom 6. Very impressive. Asked, are you surprised that the team came together like this? He said, no. Because we worked hard all preseason and all practice. Yes, in the preseason games, when they weren't going at 100%, they didn't win. But now that they are, 1-0. They're not going 82-0. But I don't think we're going to see a 1-6 Devils team, or 1-9 after the first 10 games. Nico line. Winning shifts consistently every time they're on the ice. And what could be the new nickname for the season, with our new guy, Kovacevic, Sheldon Keefe has dubbed Jonathan Kovechkin. That's Jonathan Kovechkin back there on defense. As coined by the man with the white hair, Sheldon Keefe. Impressive game by this team to start off the season. Want to know what you think about it? Oh, we forgot to go through the old rundown here of shots on goal. Devils 23, Sabres 31. The Devils were doubling up the Sabres, I think, by like midway through the second period. Obviously, they got to keep that going, but still, game 1 of the season, they'll work on that. Face-off percentage, Sabres actually had the advantage here, 57% to the Devils 42%. Power plays, both teams were 0-fers. Devils 0-for-2, Sabres 0-for-4. Hits were even, 25 each, like seeing that. Devils 17 block shots, like seeing that. 22 giveaways, don't like seeing that too much. And only 2 takeaways. Again, first game of the season, there's obviously going to be some stuff to work on, but this was a nice start to this new season with this new team. So want to hear what you think about it. Hit us up on the YouTube, Facebook, X, Instagram, wherever the holy hell you might be watching or listening right now. Because it's time to get a chirp in with the king of the football calls himself in the not-so-frozen tundra of New Jersey, down in Mrs. Wu's Pleasure Palace, a.k.a. the basement. Let's hear from Sam, by God, Woo. Sam, what are you going to be chirping about today with this game? This is going to be our new segment, the Sam Chirps. Chirping with Sam. Chirping Woo. Maybe Chirping Woo. Or Woo Chirps? Hit us up on YouTube. Think of a good name. Chirping with Woo. I'm going to go with Chirping with Woo for right now.
That's how these bits get made up. They get made up on the fly.
That's how they do it.
Yep.
Like a line change.
Yep. Scotty, it's a good feeling right now, a 4-1 victory over the Buffalo Sabres. I've been very concerned about getting a little too excited, setting the expectations, but I'm impressed. Now, I want to caution you before we get out of control. It's just one game. There's another game tomorrow. Yeah, it is a Lindy Ruff team, and it is the Buffalo Sabres, the city of Buffalo.
We all know that experience.
Yeah,
we all know the Lindy experience. Yes.
Yeah. The city of Buffalo. They always choke. Sorry, Andrew, of the Sandbar Sports Grill in Cocoa Beach, Florida. But Buffalo, the only thing they're known for are the wings. But in all seriousness, what was impressive today was, first off, the support that the Devils fans showing up at O2 Arena in Prague. I've seen the pictures. My friend Rick, who was there, Scotty, Game Day Live. Mm-hmm. We did the live look-in inside the arena. He actually got a $40 fine, taking their train system. Because something about the stamp on his ticket was upside down. So he actually paid a $40 fine getting to the arena. I don't know what that's all about. Going to have to ask him. Gets to the arena. There were obnoxious Sabres fans there, but there were actually obnoxious Rangers fans there because we live rent-free in their head. and a lot of Devils fans there. And it was a good showing. I think for the first game of the season, this is what I saw. I saw teamwork. I saw 4 lines being rolled. I saw what Tom Fitzgerald envisioned in terms of depth. Look, they're without Luke Hughes, right? And
and Brett Pesce. Brett, don't call me Joe Pesce.
Yeah, Pesce, and you've got Dougie Hamilton coming off of a major injury. And what I saw was what Fitzgerald has done is there's going to be depth everywhere on all positions. Where it's the goaltenders, the blue line, and the 4 lines. And I don't think it's a coincidence that it was Nason that scored that first goal, left alone in front of the goaltender. Where have we seen that before? With the Lindy Ruff regime. But again,
never seen anything like that.
Yeah,
never, no.
Yeah, getting that first goal was important, and just seeing Kovacevic just getting that goal as well, getting the blue line involved in the offense. Wearing the number 8, good old Ken Cleese number, if you remember from years past.
And Dinah Zubris.
Yeah. I think that, I don't know why, if he was wearing 28, like Seamus Casey kind of reminds me, just the mannerisms of a Brian Rafalski. If he was wearing 28, I would have him.
A little bit bigger.
Yeah.
A little bit bigger than Rafalski, but yeah.
Yeah. Well, Rafalski is what? How tall was he listed at?
I think it was about 5'2". They listed him at 5'5". I don't know.
No, I think he was listed at 5'10", but on skates, right?
On skates, yeah.
It's a big difference.
I think I might have been taller than Brian Rafalski, actually. At my whopping 5'9" over here.
Yeah. I remember being listed as 6'2", 215 in college, but that was with pads and skates.
With pads.
Nowhere near that. but in all seriousness, and then Nico Hischier getting that goal, which was impressive. He also had a breakaway as well. Good flow to the game, and you know what it felt like? I felt comfortable as a fan watching this team. Positioning I thought was not bad. It's early on in the season, but I thought the positioning was solid. At most of the time, and the Markstrom save again. Do I want to see that too often? No, but look, if you make the big save at that right moment, it just again it changes the whole dynamics of the game, and that's what the Devils were looking for. Kind of a goaltender where Nico Hischier was saying that just makes them feel good, confident, back there. That they didn't have to worry that the last line of defense had your back. So you're not overthinking defensively, or you're just getting too aggressive, or just getting out of position. I thought the Devils played a solid game. By the third period, again, it's like the Lindy Ruff. We're going to throw everything at them, or try to at least. They did get a goal there, but and then Paul Cotter getting that empty net goal, which made me happy because I'm an official meathead with that meat line. And it's just, I'm telling you, when you roll 4 lines, it takes so much pressure off of Jack Hughes. Jack Hughes, Timo Meier, Jesper Bratt, they didn't have to win this game tonight. And you know what? Over 82 game season, this is great. I think it's a great start. But you have tomorrow. What kind of adjustments are the Buffalo Sabres going to make? I'm sure they're not happy about it. They don't want to leave Prague 0-2.
I think it's called Pragu. I think it's pronounced Pragu. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Pragu.
Yeah.
But yeah, and again,
it happened after the split in the realignment. I think it's called Pragu now. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know where that came from, but
now I'm chirping woo over here.
Yeah. But, all the festivities, the first star, second star, third star of the game, Yager coming out, Elias, was mentioned as well. And
Locker room prep talk, yep.
Yep. So I just, it was a good feeling. It was a good start. And Sheldon, and I don't think, it's going to still take time for the Devils to get used to Sheldon Keefe.
Of course, yeah.
And the system that he's putting in, I mean, I'll tell you, it's just my anxiety went down the more I saw, of this game. And, I'm thinking, okay, maybe this is just a regular season, just like Toronto. But, hey, you know what? Let's get to the playoffs first and then worry about the playoffs. Let's just get to the playoffs first. 2 solid points. You got to pad these points now in a very competitive Metropolitan Division, which is weakened a little bit with the Rangers. I think they are 1 year older, and Carolina losing a little bit of steam as well. I think the Devils game the 2 solid points. If they can get another 2 solid points tomorrow, which is a 10 a.m. Eastern start at Prague at the O2 Arena. We'll have game day live at 9 a.m. Eastern, and then Devils After Dark following the game.
If I'm up at that point, that's 7 o'clock here on the West Coast, Sam Wu.
That's
early.
Do I have to wake you up?
That's early. Yeah, you might have to. I might have to get one of those wake up call things, from Sam Wu.
Nah,
Sam
I'll
Wu
send
wake-up
Einstein
calls.
over. Einstein's going to go over and open up that DeLorean and pop out and be like, it's the same time.
Let's see here what we got. The Insane Pollock, our boy Insane Pollock is back. In Markstrom, we trust. Woo! Love it. Val, having an actual goaltender makes a big difference, doesn't it? Oh, it does. JP, all systems go. Newbies all contributed. Very true. Selecta, Paddy Eliash in the house. Oh, yeah. Let's see what we got out of here. Ted, that's right. Devils are in first place. What's up, Steven Engel? Michael Descala, Grimace is my homeboy. Okay. We haven't hit the Grimace era of the Devils just yet, but maybe that'll come sometime over the season. Who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows? Let's see here. Who else we got? These go up to 11. That's right, JP. Why don't you just make 10 louder and make 10 the biggest one? But these go to 11. JP, dare I say Marty-esque. Wow. Insane Pollock, was that Sports Center number 1? It better be. Joseph Lamb said Mercer had a strong game. JP agrees. Steven Angle, Brett has to start bearing more goal. It's first game. First game. I don't think any of us have to worry about Jesper Bratt and the goal totals. He is going to score his goals over the course of the season.
Mm-hmm.
So if you haven't anything like that about any of these, just give him time. Jesper Bratt, Jack Hughes, Timo Meier, they're not ones that you have to worry about. Trust me. They're going to get their points over this full 82-game season. Insane Pollock is I can't believe we pulled out that Lindy meme. Oh, don't worry, we'll probably pull every time the Devils play the Sabres. We're probably going to be pulling that one out. So
yeah, this is Lindy's coaching career. Remember this meme?
Oh boy, behind the barn, old Yellard. We're gonna have to sub in Sheldon Keefe there somehow. We're gonna have to Sheldon Keefe head on Keith Richards drinking an Ancro brew. Can we get that? Can someone get that? I know we got a lot of graphic designers out there and a lot of people.
I'll talk to Backhanded Devil, good friend of the podcast. Does all this Photoshop memes,
We want
Devils jerseys.
Sheldon Keefe's face on Keith Richards' body. And, we got to get an Ancro brew in there as well.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, mates. I'm Keith Richards. I'm Sheldon Keith Richards, coach of the Devils. Oh, Old Yeller, don't worry in St. Pollock. Old Yeller's going to be coming out too. Joseph Lanham, 9 a.m. I got 7 a.m., Joseph. 7 a.m. out here in L.A. Whew. And I can't even say, oh, you know what? I'll just, watch it on DVR. Because we got some Devils After Dark as soon as the game is over.
Yeah. Well.
And I don't have an excuse. I can't give Sam Wu the excuse of, oh, Sam, I got to work today. I won't be able to do that. It's Saturday.
No.
So now Sam's like, he's like, we're not going to delay Saturday, though, right? Saturday we'll go right after the game, right? I'm like, oh, yeah, right after the game. Yeah.
No, this is our conversation, actually. You're like, well, I have other friends, that you're not the only game in town. I have to record with my buddies, that have platinum records. What do you have, Sam Wu? A little Devil's podcast? Oh.
You have a crown, my friend.
Yeah.
You have a crown because you're the king of the football calls.
Oh, stop.
And
I got to record with Johnny Knoxville. Sorry. I can't do Devils After Dark. You see what I have to go through, folks? Every single time? Begging Scotty to do Devils After Dark. Who you want?
Well,
John
Fridays.
Like John from JCB Architectural, who was texting me. Are you
our
having
good
Devils?
friend?
Yeah, good friend of the podcast. And by the way, throughout the season, anytime JCB Architectural is giving away tickets, you have to sign up for joinourcrew.com. And you're automatically entered into the pool that we just randomly select fans to win tickets. And his tickets are great, by the way. They're awesome.
Oh, yeah, they're amazing.
Yeah.
Great seats.
Great seats. Just don't get out of control. You might fall down from the upper section.
Yeah, you don't want to fall over the ledge there.
Yeah,
Yeah, we don't want to do that.
Yeah.
Who we got over here? Still Friday. It's still Friday for me, JP. Pollock Smashing Pumpkins. That was a couple weeks ago. Yes, Offspring next week. We'll see how that goes with.
I had your schedule mixed up. Excuse me, I have your schedule mixed up. I thought Offspring. Offspring was today.
No. That's Thursday. That's
I'm
Thursday.
sorry.
The home opener, of course.
I'm sorry.
So yeah, got a lot of things going on here. Hey, Nintendo Wii. There we go. Keith, Cotter, Kovacevic, Casey, and Markstrom. Oh, and Nintendo Wii. Yeah, I was talking about the Kovechkin comments. I love that. Hearing it from Sheldon Keefe. He said he's had that in his back pocket since preseason, and he's just been waiting to use it. And here comes Kovechkin in the first game of the season, putting up 2 points. Primary assist on the first goal, and then buries the second goal. 2 points in the first period.
Yeah.
That's
you know what?
Like
send Luke down to the Comets once he comes back. We don't need him.
JP, yes. Seamus Casey. Eventually, when Brett, Don't Call Me Joe, Am I Funny, Am I a Clown to You, Pesci comes back, and Luke, Do Not Underestimate My Power, Hughes comes back, it's going to be one of those issues where the Devils are like, who comes out of the lineup? Now, let's all knock on wood, everybody, about, trying to stay injury-free because we all remember last season. But just say those two come back. There's no other injuries on defense. Who comes out of the lineup? I'm not sure how that's going to work. But it's a damn good problem to have. And I know I mentioned this on one of our previous shows. This team, the way I feel like Fitzy has it constructed, it's almost like a baseball team where you don't need that same lineup of guys every single day. You look at, I know most of us here on the podcast are Mets fans, but you see how they're running, some different, you get your regulars in there, your Lindors, your Alonsos every single day, but the rest of the time it's kind of a little bit of a mix and match, and you're switching guys up. I wouldn't be surprised to see Sheldon Keefe do something like that. It's an interesting concept, for this team. And we know they got some solid coaching. You got an assistant coach with head coaching experience. You got Fitzy now with, what is this? Is this his 4th year or 5th year as our GM?
It started in 2020.
So this will be his 4th season.
Yeah.
Or is this his 5th season? Well, because he was
Well-
assistant GM before that.
Yeah.
So either way, he's got some really good experience now as well, where he can look back at his years and be like, I thought we were set, 2 years ago and it did, or last year and it didn't work out. He can even look at his mistakes that he's made, and learn from those and be an even better GM. We've praised Fitzy on a lot of the moves that he's made. But this year, it's a good feeling so far. Again, it's only game 1. Who knows how the season is going to play out? But I think Devils fans, this is the way we wanted to start things. We were a lot of people out there were nervous after the preseason. I particularly wasn't. I never really put too much, emphasis on what happens in the preseason because the smart teams aren't playing at 100%. They're out there to get their reps in. Obviously, some players who are playing for contracts and stuff are going to go a little bit harder. But your regulars who don't have any cause for concern that they're not going to be in the lineup, they're not going 100%. It would be foolish of them to do that. Who wants to get hurt in the preseason before the season even starts? But I really love the way this team is constructed. I think Sheldon Keefe is going to be very happy with this team. He's got defense. He's got goaltending. And we all know we got some offensive firepower here in New Jersey. Can the team stay healthy? And can they keep rolling these 4 lines? That's going to be the key to this team. 4 lines going out there, 4 checking their asses off and putting the other team back on their heels. And now you got a physical presence as well. This is not a team that you can just go out there and freight train. Because guess what? They're going to come back and they're going to hit you in the face as well now. And we all saw how well that worked out for the Florida Panthers. So, couldn't be, more excited that hockey is back. The Devils are representing the NHL over there in Europe, Global Series. It's a nice honor for this team. Hopefully they do it in Switzerland, within the next year or two. While you got so many Swiss guys on the team, that would be a smart move, NHL marketing and promotions team.
But that's too easy, though.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. But great for the Devils. Get this first game under their belt. They get the W, and then they're coming right back tomorrow. And then I'll tell you what, that real challenge is going to be, we get 2 games 1 month, and then we get a week off. So we can fly back, get used to the different time zones, and then Devils don't play again until Thursday. That, I think, is going to be the real challenge for this team, is seeing how they come out in that home opener. But I'm hopeful that you and Sam Wu and Shorts Guy and Beer Baron and all Devil fans will be down there going wild on the streets of Newark, partying at American Whiskey beforehand, drinking some Ann Crew brews, saying hi to all of our friends, checking out some Game Day Live, heading on over to the game, and then coming back over to American Whiskey for some Devils After Dark. Woo! Cannot wait for it.
It's just going to be Go ahead.
I'm sorry. I was going to say, the old Nintendo Wii over here. Keefe was a tough guy in juniors. He's not afraid to call this team out on being soft. Well, I think a lot of those guys on this team aren't soft anymore. And you even saw it with that third line, that Palat, Stefan Nason. Man, that dude is a bulldog. He is such a grinder. I remember when he was, Travis and the Texans. Steph, Travis, and Pickles on that line. It's a good line. And Stefan Nason made a really good name for himself down in Carolina as well. He had a great teacher for his style of play with Rod Brindamore. So, love to see Stefan Nason back in the fold, getting that goal, getting off to a good start, getting that confidence going, and don't worry about Jack and Jesper and Timo. Trust me, those guys are going to score. It will not be an issue.
What I was going to say before, Scotty, is the Devils getting off, one of the first teams in the NHL to start their season. Right now in the New York City metro area, if you want to even add in Philadelphia, it is like a sports weekend right now because you got the Mets and Yankees both in the playoffs. If you want to add South Jersey, because we do have South Jersey Devils fans, with the Philadelphia Phillies as well, playing the Mets. For me, Penn State football is going on. And then, you got the two football teams that, again, starting out not very well, but you got so much sports right now going on. And it's just a fun time. It's really a fun time right now.
Tell you the truth, even you don't even really think about this quite often, but even Rutgers looks good there in college football. They might be breaking into the top 25 soon. I know you're a Penn State guy, but it's nice to see.
The only reason why Rutgers is in the Big Ten is because the Big Ten needed the TV market. It's not because Rutgers has the Penn State will demolish them.
Either way, I'm not starting a Penn State Rutgers debate over here. I'm just saying both teams are doing very well. So yeah, it's been a lot of good sports going on over there on the East Coast. I know out here everyone's going crazy about the Dodgers and Padres going to be lining up, but it's really good times. Enjoy it now. Hockey is back. Super excited for this. No more preseason flubs. This is the real deal action that we got going on here. And we're going to have another game tomorrow morning. Rise and shine. Get your coffee, get your eggs, and put the game on. And get ready. It's the East Coast. Now you know what I feel like every Sunday with football. 10 a.m. starts. I love it. 7 a.m., not so much. 10 a.m., oh, yeah, I'm all about it. It's so good. Game is over by like 12, and then you got the rest of your day ahead of you. It's perfect. But either way, we're going to be right back here again tomorrow, doing it all over for you again. Game Day Live with Vinny Parisi, Shorts Guy, Sam Wu. Get some game action, and then Sam and I will be back here for Devils After Dark. We might even be joined by a special guest star who may become a recurring character throughout the season. We'll see. A little tease. We may have some new things lined up for you here at Devils After Dark. So we'll see. We don't know if he's going to be let out of the penalty box just yet.
It'll happen in 10 years. It always starts as an idea, and then 10 years later.
Well, with this particular individual, with this particular individual, things usually do take quite some time. But I talked to his better half, so we'll make sure that he actually gets there. So
this individual got that painting done out of nowhere. We didn't even ask for it. But suddenly a painting is done. It's like, yeah, but where the heck the other stuff is? Anyway.
Oh man. But yeah, this is great times to be a sports fan. Baseball playoffs, football, getting into almost mid-season. Hockey starting. Basketball will be starting. You got soccer going on.
Oh, by the way.
Everything's happening. It's great.
By the way, I don't know if you're aware, Scotty. There's a moratorium on my eating. Mrs. Wu is allowing McDonald's during the Mets game right now. Happened last night, and we can't change the order. So for the Mets game 1 against Philly, I think it's 4 o'clock tomorrow. It's going to be fish o filet and 6-piece chicken nuggets, large, with a Coke.
Okay.
That's my dinner tomorrow.
Oof.
And it seemed like it carried over into this game. So maybe the Devils will be 2-0.
I feel bad for Mrs. Wu with that filet-o-fish sandwich afterwards, I'll tell you. Oh, bless her heart.
She is the wife of the year in 2024 and 2025. 9 years. 9 years straight.
Woo! Congratulations.
Unanimous. Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Well, let's get this bad boy wrapped up over here. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in on YouTube and Facebook and X and everywhere else. Thank you for all the comments, the likes, the follows, the subscribes. Don't forget to join our crew.com. Like we were saying, when we have tickets to give away, that is how you can enter to win said tickets from our buddies at JCB Architectural.
Yes.
The non-Vandalay industries of architecture, by the way.
Yes. They actually get inspections approved. They actually get permits and everything. Nothing illegal. But anyway. Thank you, Tori, for your comment about Mrs. Wu. Thank you.
Woo-hoo!
All right.
Thank you, Tori.
We'll be back tomorrow for Game Day Live at 9 a.m. Eastern with Vinny Parisi and Shorts Guy. I am Sam Wu here with Scotty. Till next time, let's go Devils.